Thank you, Jennifer. It's a pleasure to be a part of this third module for the webinar series, and thank you for pulling this together. For those of you in attendance, welcome. I am sure you are already engaging your audiences in climate change and just looking for new and novel ways, and you've heard quite a few excellent ones today. I want to charge you with communicating two things about climate change to the youngest of our learners, these little ones who are going to grow up to inherit the most disruptive world we can imagine. And the two things I want you to focus on is the sense of urgency, that this carbon pollution is great and getting greater, and the solutions that we can solve this. Because we need them to get both, because they're going to be part of the solution if they understand how urgent it is. Empowering young people to understand that urgency and to find solutions is not that difficult. They like open-ended learning. They like taking charge. One of the best ways to address climate change is to do it at the biggest level. Talk about carbon pollution. The students understand that carbon pollution is what's causing the earth to warm. And they understand in a warming world the disruptions are many. So I like to stick with carbon pollution in particular. I use devices like this. This is called the atmosphere in a bottle. Devices like this tell us parts per million means we need some of the molecules of carbon dioxide white in this bottle, but not as many as we had. So going from 300 white beads to 400 white beads in the last 70 years means that the earth is warming up really rapidly, these heat-trapping gases. Once the students understand this, and they understand that plants, as part of the carbon cycle, help take out some of that carbon, they become really engaged about planting trees and afforestation and their own backyards. One of the best things you can do to empower young people is to let them borrow handheld recorders like this. This little device has a 2-hour charge. We lend it to students overnight to have their families answer the question like, what is climate change all about and what's our role as a family? To get the student to take the lead in having the family buy in to solving at their level the climate crisis is truly empowering. I urge you to do that. So with everything from Project Budburst to understanding the ecology, the plant phenology, the things that happen, public gardens are an incredibly natural launching pad for spearheading the urgency of climate change and getting young people to understand there are solutions. So thank you for being part of it, and I hope to learn as much from you down the road as you may have learned in this webinar today. Thanks.